10 months. It took me 10 months to leave my mother's womb. When I came out, I had basically defined muscles here from holding onto the umbilical cord so tight. It took me home, and I entered a house where I wasn't only the youngest, but I was the only male. House full of women. So it was my duty, nay, my responsibility, to be the prince and own the kingdom. And a prince demands sincerity, attention, and lots of candy. Issue was, in this kingdom, my mom, she doesn't really hand out the sympathy cards too easily. Around 5, I remember my first Christmas, 5 years old, and I met my mom to make a very, very simple princely request. You will be meeting with Santa Claus soon, and I suggest you talk to him about the Castle Grayskull and He-Man action figure set coming to this house come Christmas Day. So I had it locked in. Wake up, get out of my bed Christmas morning, and I drop down to the living room, go into the tree, and nothing is there. So I go up to my mom's room, and I play it cool. My life is over. Santa Claus kind of forgot about us. My mom's hazel eyes pop open. Shit. All right. Santa Claus might have had a little too much eggnog last night. So why don't you go back to your room and let me see if I can find him. Okay, I walked away thinking that's weird because I left Santa Claus root beer, not eggnog. But I did go back to my room, and at 7 o'clock that night he showed up with my Castle Grayskull. As you can see, I was a sensitive kid, very sensitive boy, and a sensitive boy liked sensitive things like singing and dancing and, getting attention that way. And so any chance I could, like I'd be in the car and flip on Mix 107.3 and just dance along to Tiffany and Debbie Gibson and all of that. It's a wonder anybody dated me later on, but my mom, I would just beg her to take me to see or hear anything. And when La Bamba came out, I was 8 years old, it was all over the radio. I said, Mom, you gotta take me to go see this movie. So we went. She picked me up after school, went to Cineplex Odeon, and I had a blast. I loved it, singing along to everything. I already knew all the songs. What neither of us could have predicted was my reaction after the movie. I don't understand why Richie Valens, the Big Bopper, and Buddy Holly had to die so young. Why? All right. Been over this a few times. It was over 30 years ago. Are you sure you don't want a Benadryl, Mark? I mean, I knew it was over 30 years ago, and I didn't need the logic. I needed the hug. And so I nestle up next to my mom and grab her hand, plop it on my head, only to feel it slip off and fall to the bed. I kept trying. 8 years old, a few years later, leaving school, and I feel see these shadows loom over me. I turn around, and it's these big-ass bullies. Mind you, they were freckle-faced and redhead kids from Montgomery County, but they were, tough in my head. So I just started booking. I'd run through parks, through gardens. I run through lawns, everything, and I get to my house, and my mom is in the kitchen smoking a Benson & Hedges, which is about the size of my forearm. I start freaking out. Mom, these boys were chasing me back there. I almost died. I need your help. I need your help. Mark, what do you want me to do about it? Get rid of assholes? So I took a very mature outlook at this point and thought to myself, please just kill her already. I decided the prince needed to search for a princess. A princess who could love me for me, damn it, who would find that sensitive soul, well, just sensitive and soulful. And so I searched throughout my teen years and went through many trysts. And then I was 18, and I found her standing outside of Nordstrom's in Montgomery Mall, smoking a Marlboro Ultralight. And she had this dirty blonde hair and a little bit of a swagger, a little tough. I was looking at her. I said, all right, this is it. I gotta bring out the big guns. And apparently, my big guns was a Bill Cosby impersonation. So, did you go buy some shoes in the mall? Not that it's very good, but that's all I had. So she crinkled her eyes and cupped her hand and let out a, oh shit, that was so fucking funny, dude. She found me funny. She was laughing with me, not at me. Her name was Dominique, and I was in love. I was in love with this gal. We moved together to Montreal and started going to school there, and the relationship was great. And just like any relationship, there were some hiccups. Around my 21st birthday, her and I would take these long strolls on St. Catherine Street, and we'd nestle up next to each other with our hot chocolate and a cigarette. You know what'd be funny, Dominique? Is if, like, there's like a surprise party or surprise thing or surprise of some sort for me on my birthday. See where this is going. January 21st comes, open up the door to my place, look inside, nothing. Dominique comes in about 20 minutes later with a DVD of Mad Max and a birthday card. Where do you want to go for dinner, dude? Dinner, I thought, that's not much of a surprise. Hard Rock Cafe would be fine. So the sensitive boy had kind of moved on from pop music, and now the sensitive adult male liked really depressing movies. And poor Dominique got stuck with my choices most nights. One night I got her to watch Boys Don't Cry, which apparently they do, because afterwards, I don't understand what's wrong with the world, and like the way people treat each other, it's just terrible. Dude, can I pick the fucking movie next time, man? A few months later, I get chased down by a professor because I plagiarized a word or 5 pages of a paper. And I'm searching around Montreal for Dominique. I gotta find her. So I'm running around. And she's sitting in our favorite cafe. Dominique, they're gonna kick me out of school. I just know it. I need your help. Dude, I'm not your mom. Holy shit. I was dating my mom. Now, age allows you perspective. Perspective says things like, you should have broken it off, man. But at the time, I couldn't do that. I could not. I loved her so much. Thanksgiving comes around, and I'm home. The phone rings, and it's Dominique. Hey, what's up? We meeting up later? Yeah, Mark, I've kind of been talking with Samir. Samir. Oh, your ex-boyfriend, Samir. What the hell does talking mean? Mark, this isn't. We've kind of been seeing each other. Oh, you've been. Oh, okay. Well, why don't you and Samir have a great fucking Thanksgiving? I hang up that phone, and the river starts, and I just cry. And cry. I was devastated. Not nearly as devastated as the end of La Bamba, but I was devastated. So I compose myself a little bit, and I hear my mother's footsteps in the kitchen. So I eggshell my way to the door frame in the kitchen, lean against it, and just wait for her glance to meet mine. After about 30 seconds, her eyes find mine. Mark, what's up? Are you okay? That was Dominique. We're not going out anymore. Are you gonna be okay? Yeah, I'm gonna be fine. I went back to my bedroom and cried for 2 days. Sunday, I find myself in my mom's car, and we're driving to a Greyhound station. I'm living in New York at the time. My mom is giving me the end of Thanksgiving weekend drive to the station. I'm so in my head that I don't realize we're passing by the Silver Spring exit, where the Greyhound station is. Mom, that's where we're supposed to go. Mom keeps her eyes locked on the road, and all of a sudden I feel her hand on my leg. and my body collapses. And then she says something which has become the most important thing anybody's ever said to me in my life. Just talk to me. And so I did. For 7 hours, in Jersey Turnpike, Thanksgiving weekend traffic, talked to her about Dominique. I talked to her about every girl who didn't understand the prince's sensitive soul. I told her she should see Boys Don't Cry. I don't think she did. Rightfully so. But the important thing is, my mom was there for me. And for the first time, there was peace and happiness in the prince's kingdom.